Hello everybody, welcome to this Affiliatable review. Today I'm going to be telling you everything you're going to need to know about Affiliatable. As always, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will also be leaving a discount link in the description of this video so that you can always get your money's worth for Affiliatable. So Affiliatable is a website that allows you to create comparison tables and product boxes that convert. So this is essentially what we're given when we first open up the application. We have all of our options down the taskbar on the left, and obviously the stuff in the middle. So we're going to begin with our dashboard. So our dashboard gives us basically an overview of the information as to how many websites, tables, product boxes, versus boxes, total posts, ratings, top 3 boxes, pros and cons, accordion, and whether we've got pro, and basically the amount of each of those things. It also gives us some information onto installation with the integrations such as WordPress and any other CMS stuff that you want to import into the website. So you can copy the code here, and then you obviously have the options to create a comparison table, a top 3 box, a pros and cons box, or a product box. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go to comparison table. Now this is where we can create one as well. We can basically global template change, or we can add one, and we can also search through the ones that we've already got, but we don't have any at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and hit add. Now add brings us to an option where we can create the first table, where we will put in the website that we want, we can put in a title, and we can create the theme style. So we're going to go ahead and select our first website, which is google.com, and we'll call the title Google, and we will select the style of table 1, which is on the free version, and hit save. This will therefore create our first table, and what we can do is open up this table and we view this here. This is basically what it would look like. We have the options to edit styles such as the color, the schema, the disclosure, the column headings, the buttons, and the product settings. And then on the right we have the table itself. So we have the image of the item, we have the product and the product name itself, we have the features of the product, and then the price of the product. Now we can add a product up here. We can also switch to a mobile view by hitting this button here, and also a tablet view if you do wish to, but we're going to go back to desktop and exit that. You can also get a table shortcode and also a sidebar code. Now, what you need to do is simply hit add product, and this is where you can put in a title, a feature title, a link to the product, some text if you do have buttons on them, a score from 1 to 10, a description, and then the URL for the image that you want. And then basically that is how you create your comparison table, where you can compare 2 products and have the features and the price of both of them, and you'd want to make sure that the 2 products are somewhat related in terms of their genre and category and essentially what they are. Moving on to product boxes, we can do the same thing and hit add, where we import our website, so google.com. We'll call it Google again just for the hell of it, and then we'll go to the theme style and we will pick box number 2, and then the category doesn't really matter. We don't really have to add a category, but I accidentally clicked off there, so I'll do this one more time and put Google, theme style, we'll do box 2 and hit save. And then this will do the exact same UI. We hit open here and it will bring up something slightly different. We have the details of the product this time. So we have you can fetch product details using the async feature built in, but we don't need to do that here. We can simply put the title, the links, essentially what we had last time, and the image URL, and then it will come somewhere down here, which is where you can have a singular product come up and basically have a rating for that product so that you can import that onto wherever you really want to. And then you have obviously your style settings here and the similar options at the top, but you obviously have a few different sort of codes that you can copy so that you can import these into different things and use different ones. And then you also have your ability to connect your Amazon account as well. Under the pros and cons boxes, you're able to do basically the exact same thing, but have the option to basically have the pros and cons of one particular thing. And it's the exact same setup, so we won't go through this, but you will simply put the pros title and the cons title if you do want to have that, hit save, and it'll be relatively similar. However, we're not going to go through that. Top 3 boxes are also quite similar. What I will do is show you what these do look like. So I'll quickly just import what these would look like, and we'll just hit save, and you obviously put in your website. And what this one will look like is something like this. So the pros and cons would look a little bit like this. You obviously have the pros on the left and then the cons on the right, and you have green for pros and red for cons. This here is what the top 3 would look like. So you obviously have many different options on this one here. You've obviously got some with little sort of 3 next to each other with a rating on it. You have ones with certain features and you can check the price of them, one with actual star ratings. You can have one with specific picks. You can have with ratings here in the top right. You can have 1, 2, and 3 based on their popularity. You can have top picks. box, you can have loads of stuff. This is a lot of different options, and obviously this is the one that you get for free, and these are the one that you get with your pro trial. For review, you have these two here. You can either have an expert score with a score at the top in a circle, and then you have a design, usability, and price, and these are obviously customizable, or you can have a star rating out of 10 with 4 options instead. This is up to you, but these are the 2 ones you can have for the rating box. And then finally, for the versus box, you have these 4 templates. You basically have this one that's here. You have the title, the prices, the support, and then 2 next to each other with the top pick for the one that you want to, get out there more and popularize. And then you obviously have these 2, these 3 rather, which are very, very similar, but they are slightly different in the sense that this one has a title at the top, this one has a slightly larger box, and this one has a little indent from the left. So they're slightly different, and then obviously the versus is in a different location with a different shape. So you've got sort of a rhombus, a circle, and a hexagon. Websites is where you can add all the websites for the ones that you sell your stuff on, and you can obviously connect it with the Amazon API as well. You simply would hit the add button, and as you can see, we've already got one, and then you simply have it, and then you're able to copy the key, you're able to edit it, you're able to also link it or delete it, and you have the affiliate tag, the country which you can select, the name, the number, and then the action as well. Then under categories, you're able to add different categories to put different, websites or products into. So if we name one Google, we'll just call it, we'll call it category 1 and hit save. This will then create that category, and when we do need to call on this category, that's something we can do at any point that we want to, and we're able to put stuff into it so that we can categorize all our features and all our stuff in one really nice seamless place. Finally, you have the option to become an affiliate if you do so wish, and then obviously the support is also an option if you do need help. So a really nice little feature. But that is more or less it for Affiliatable. So what do I think about Affiliatable? Now, honestly, I really, really like it. It's very, very seamless. It's very intuitive, and the features that they've got are plentiful. I really like the designs that they've got as well. It allows you to customize your website into a way that you really, really like, and having those options and having that, choice where some websites just give you one thing and that is what you're presented with and you can't really change it. Having at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 options for specific, boxes that you want to have on your website is really, really useful to sell your products with. So I definitely have to commend Affiliatable for that. But overall, I would definitely recommend this, and I really, really do like it. I think it's an excellent tool. But thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.